Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Another day. Here we go. Today's subject I put down was coming up against things that we come against in life that gets us down and we think that God doesn't love us. And sometimes adversity really can make us think, well, how could God love us? Because I wouldn't be going through all this terrible stuff if God really loved us. Well, we don't look at it the way that He does because God is sovereign. And God, sometimes I tell people maybe something didn't work out the way you wanted it to because God already heard a conversation or God already knew something that was going to happen. We don't think like He does. We think in a human way, and our minds aren't like God's mind. So sometimes it can be really difficult because we want everything in our lives. We picture it perfectly working out and everything the way that we think in our minds that life is supposed to be, but it doesn't always work out like that. We can pre-plan everything, from the very beginning and do everything according to the way the world says we're supposed to do it, but it doesn't always mean that it's going to be the way you plan it. And that's where I think that the great beauty of a relationship with Jesus Christ comes into play. Because if you have God walking along with you through your journeys in life, I'm 100% positive that it's a sure anchor that you can hold on to. And God will always guide you in the right direction and help you. Sometimes I know with myself, I feel down or I get broken in my heart because I'll feel like, what's it all, is it all worth it? Should I continue on in what I'm doing? Or, the world just doesn't care. They don't want to hear about God. But you know what? I want to keep going and doing what I believe I need to do in my spirit for the Lord. So I'll continue on and I will do whatever it is that God asked me to do. And God can use us in any situation. Don't think, how's God going to use me? I'm not a missionary. I don't travel all over the world. You don't have to travel all over the world. Jesus can use you right in your own home. God can use you. He can use you in mighty ways that you might not think that He can. And I want to thank some of you guys have private messaged me and said that you don't know how it happened, but whatever the subject was I might have talked about one day was exactly what you needed to hear. And that makes me feel really good to know that the Lord is working behind the scenes, even when I don't think that He is. God is amazing, and what He can do is amazing. And sometimes I will open up the Bible, or I will hear, I love Graham Lotz, Billy Graham's daughter, and she has so much beautiful daily things that she puts up. And she's great because she gets up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and she posts her daily morning scripture for the day with such beautiful positive input. And I love her a lot. She really encourages me and helps me a lot. So hats off to Anne. Anne always seems to know what I need to hear, and God uses her in a strong way. So another thing I want to tell you guys, we're coming up into the Easter season, Passover, and it's such a beautiful time of the year. I already told you guys it's springtime. I love it, and it's God's renewal of the world and the earth in different parts depending on where we live. And the movie, I don't know if you guys ever saw, a lot of you I'm sure have seen Mel Gibson's movie, The Passion of the Christ. I personally have never been able to watch that movie. Basically, I have a hard time watching that kind of terrible violence. It's really awful, and it just kills me to see what they did to Jesus. But my family has seen it, and my daughter Ashley saw it and told me that it really bothered her bad after watching that movie, that she just could not imagine what they did to Jesus. So if you want to see a really good movie and you're able to stand that kind of thing, Watch it, and then maybe you'll have an idea of what Jesus did for you on the cross, knowing that Jesus Christ paid the ultimate price for our sin. And he went the whole way, like I said, from the cross to the grave, because he loved us so much. Even when the world hated him, he still loved us. So that's my little message today, everyone. God bless you wherever you are. Have a good day.